Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another War of the Visions video, and today we're going to talk all about trust stones. I'm going to tell you, as a brand new player, how to get a really early power spike, taking advantage of like higher rarity trust stones, your greens and your blues. And then I'm going to tell you how to start aiming for some of the best gear in the game, because the best gear in War of the Visions is a good trust master for the unit wearing it with a high-end customized set of trust stones on it. That gear can be insane. It's a massive power spike for the account. Now, those full high-end sets, we're talking pink trust stones, that's a ways in the future. You can start working on them now, but that's a lot of farming. You're talking months down the road. There is a very good initial power spike you can get as well. But before I start on any of that, I want to address trust stones in general. This is a system that when it came out, something like 2 years ago now, received a lot of negative feedback, justifiably so. It was a very cumbersome system. There's a lot going on, which is why I make videos like this. And when it first started, it was way too hard to get like good trust stones. It's so much easier now. The system is so much more rewarding. There's been several quality of life updates implemented. So if all you remember about trust stones is from the beginning and it being terrible, it's so much better now. Now's the best time that's ever been to get into trust stones. So let's go ahead. Let's talk about it. First of all, where do you get trust stones? If you're brand new and you don't know where to get them, you go into events, you go into day training, and every day there is a rotating 2x drop trust stone room. Now you'll notice that there's 6, which means on day 7, which is like Sunday or Monday for them, I don't remember which one, every room is double drop. So if you need one room more than the other on that double day for everything, you could take advantage, whatever. Always farm the room that's double drop, because you need a lot of trust stone materials. And the big bonus to trust stone materials also is the other drops in this room are big for your account. Seals drop in here, which like when you're leveling up gear, you can use seals to help max out stats. By farming trust stones, you will never, ever, ever have to worry about equipment seals. If you farm trust stones regularly, you will have so many seals, you just don't care. Just throw them at your gear. Who cares? Just throw them around. You also get EXP cubes. You get books of refinement. Again, taking care of one of the problems for early accounts is you run out of these books. Once you farm trust stones for a long time, you will never run out of books. You also get adamantite for leveling up gear. You get eggs for leveling up vision cards. So many good drops in here outside of just the regular trust stone drops. Now, in the room, they only drop green, purple, or green, blue, and purple. The purples you're going to use to turn into pinks, we'll talk more about later. These greens and these blues are used to turn into shine sand, which is to level up passives, or to make early equipment set bonuses. Let me show you an example of a good early equipment set bonus. I'm going to go in here to my units. No, I'm going to go to my equipment. I'm going to click on trust stones and note this piece of armor right here. On its own, this piece of armor, pretty mid, right? But I have blue trust stones. Each one of these trust stones is level 1. I've thrown no experience material at them. I just crafted them, but I crafted 3 HP trust stones and 3 attack trust stones. By doing that, this piece of armor now gives max HP up 5%, all elemental attack resist up 5, attack up 10%, and defense piercing rate up 10. Now, this is a very good piece of gear. It went from like an average piece of gear with a pretty cool buff attached to it to a great piece of gear with a pretty cool buff attached to it. How did I do that? Very, very easy. You just make a blue or a green of HP, 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 and attack, 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 and you can have exactly this. Now, there are more passives than just HP and attack. You have the left side passives and the right side passives like we just looked at. For the left side, I'm going to make this super easy for you. Just make the HP set. It gives you HP 5%, all elemental attack resist 5. You're just harder to kill. Easy peasy, that's what you need. The defense and spirit sets aren't even close to worth it. TP set's bad. The luck set, if you're getting into building evasion and accuracy later, the luck set's a good one. Evade set's fine if you're building evade and crit evade. I mean, I don't worry about that. I pretty much do HP all the time on everybody. So even on my higher end ones, I run HP. So build HP early. Then for the right side, my favorite set on the right side is actually the agility set. It gives you 3 agility as a passive, and each stone gives you another one. So it gives you 6. Problem is, you can't build the agility set on the greens and the blues. You can't build the agility set until you're making like your pinks later. So wait on the agility. Instead, just make it simple for you. Are you running a unit that scales with attack? Build a nice attack set for them. Give them 10% more attack and 10 defense pen. Is it a mage? Give them 10% more magic and 10 spirit penetration. Awesome. Do you want to build some accuracy? You got that right here. If you just want generic because you want to use it on mages and attack units, critical hit rate 15 and critical damage 10, that's a nice little power spike. Really nice passives. Another thing about these that is really great, and I'll show you on a prettier looking screen here, these set bonuses, the things in this set bonus box, stack with everything in the game. So notice right here I have max HP up 5%. Say I also had a piece of gear that in this additional ability box for the piece of gear said HP plus 5%. That would stack with the set bonus from this trust stone. They stack with everything. The set, I'm gonna say this again because I get asked this question 50 times. The set bonus stacks with everything. You always get it. It stacks with every single other thing in the game. Set bonuses from trust stones stack with everything. Do you get it? I'm gonna say it again. Set bonuses from trust stones stack with everything. This attack and defense penetration stack with everything. So it's really nice for that. You can just count on those bonuses. Now, when you're actually talking about the stone itself, and I'll show you more on pinks, the passive, the additional effects on the trust stones themselves do not stack with the additional abilities from your gear. So you need to pay a little bit more attention there, but again, that's at the in-game thing. So easy early power spike. Build yourself green or blue or mix them, it doesn't matter. Trust stones in set to get the set bonuses, and now you've made your trust stones into very good pieces of gear. Okay, say though, you want to build elite gear. You want to start working on that like premium trust stone action. Well, you're going to need pinks. How do you get pinks? There's a couple ways. One is you go to the item exchange shop and you go down to trust stones right here. And let's say, like, I think today I was farming I stones. No, not I stones. Was I farming J? No. Was I farming P? Yes, I was farming P earlier this morning. You can see I have 286 purple Trust Stone of Prosperity shards. I can turn those purples into pinks by clicking on pink, clicking upward exchange, and I could currently get 11 pink shards. Now, it takes 20 shards to build the Trust Stone, so I'm going to need to keep farming the P room today, which I've been farming in multi, by the way. On this account, what I've been doing is I've been using this account's energy to farm other things in the game, and then joining multi rooms as a guest and farming trust stones there. It's one of the easiest multi rooms to join, and I have another account which helps out with that. But you feel free though to use your background farm on trust stones if you don't have anything else to farm that day. It's a great background farming opportunity. The rooms are very easy to clear, which makes them good places to work on like Esper affinity or Esper resonance, character affinity, stuff like that. So I'll keep farming the P's so I can eventually build another P trust stone. But that's where you go. You come in here, you exchange your purples up to pinks. Forget yellows. Just forget yellows. Why would you ever build yellows when pinks are better? Yellows make no sense. So go straight to pinks. And if you need more purples to trade up, you can trade your greens and blues into purples. But greens and blues are actually better off being turned into the new shine sand, because shine sand, like check this out right here. I'm going to make equivalent exchange of shine sand. I'm going to go to these blues, these T's. Now I'm going to make myself some shine sand, which is the material that you use to level up the effects. I'll show you that more here in a second. Okay, so you go on, you trade your shards to pink shards, and now you're ready to build some pinks. Let's go build one. I'm going to go into trust stones right here. I'm going to go to forge, and I actually have 25 T trust stones right now, or pink shards right now. Let me show you why I'm building this T. I've actually built already an A agility trust stone and a G agility trust stone. So the two other slots on the right I have, and look at these bad boys. This thing I've leveled up to level 20. It has attack 23 on it, another agility, attack plus 20%, reaction block rate plus 20 on that one. On this one right here, I have critical hit rate 10, defense piercing rate 10. It's got an agility on it. Look at, like, it's just a bunch of extra stats to throw on a piece of gear. I want to take advantage of this set, and so I just need the third piece, right? So I'm going to build it right now. I'm missing the T. Earlier, I built one a second ago, but it rolled magic, and I don't want to reforge magic, so I'm going to use that later. So I'm just going to make a new one. Here we go. Let's go. I'm going to build the agility one right here, T forge it. Now, you only want to forge one at a time, because when you forge one at a time, you get this button right here, dismantle and reforge, which makes reforging so simple. It used to be you had to forge them, close it, go look at the thing, be like, oh, it's not a good passive on it, exit out of that screen, click dismantle, click the thing, dismantle it. You can see how it's really cumbersome. Now, I'm like, oh, pierce attack resisting rate up 3, that's not any good. Reforge, I don't want that. I'm looking for critical damage, light attack up, there's another magic up. I'm really tempted to just hold on to that, but I really want to finish my attack set, so I'm going to re-roll it. Come on, give me a good one. Lightning attack up. Man, I'm not playing any lightning units right now. Lightning attack up would have been really nice. Again, it's trolling me with lightning attack. I'm going to keep doing this until I get a good one. Here we go. Here's one that I like. Slash attack up 4. Now, I want to mention a couple things here before I save this one, and I am going to save this one for the set. If I have slash attack up 4 here, and the 4 is important, I'll get to that in a minute. And so I put this on Stern's armor, but then the sword that Stern's using also has slash attack up on it. Because the slash attack on his sword and the slash attack on his trust stone are both additional abilities, those will not stack with each other. So additional abilities do not stack with other additional abilities. The same way I could not have a trust stone with slash attack up on it and slash attack up on it again. I hope that kind of makes sense, but I'm going to save this one for now. So I'm going to click OK. Now, here's my options. I can either run this as is right here, like this, just to get that set bonus, or I can level it. Now, I'm going to keep this trust stone. This is a trust stone I'm going to hold on to, so I'm going to level it. But if I wanted slash attack up 4, but I wanted a second additional ability on it as well, what I could do is build a little green trust stone right here, like here's a green one, and then I could click ability merge. I could go down to the trust stone I just had with slash attack up on it, and I could click this button right here, merge, and then I can put slash attack 4 onto the green trust stone. I'm just short on hammers. Like, as a new account, I don't really have any of these hammers yet. So I'm out, I can't move this. If I could, what I would do is I'd move slash attack 4 to this green stone and just have it sit there. Then I would dismantle the pink trust stone that now has no passive on it, reforge it again until I got a second passive ability, or a second ability on there that I wanted, then move the slash attack back to it. Alternatively, if you wanted to save some hammers and you had enough shards to build 2 trust stones, you could, for example, let's say I had a unit like, Valentine's Day Miranda. Valentine's Day Miranda loves magic, doesn't she? Yes, she does. I have magic 7 right here. Do you know what else she loves? Slash attack. Oh, whoa, that's the wrong button. She also loves slash attack. So I could just straight up craft 2 pinks, and then I could move the slash attack from one pink to the other one, saving myself the additional step of moving it to a green and then back to a pink. However, by moving it to a green, it allows me to reforge the thing. So if I had the hammers, I could move this slash attack up 4 over to this trust stone here, and then it would have magic and slash attack up on it, which would be a beautiful thing to have on somebody like a Valentine's Day Miranda. She can take advantage of both of those stats. Then I can build a sword that has something besides slash attack on it, because I've got that covered here. I hope I'm kind of like making sense. I hope this sort of points you in the direction of what you're kind of meant to do with in-game trust stones. Now, I want to talk about these. Effects a little bit. I want to talk about these additional abilities. It's not as straightforward as set bonuses, because when you're rolling these, and I'm going to scroll way down on this page on WoTV Calc real quick. On the right side, on the attack side, you can roll any of these things: activation time down, accuracy, acquired AP, attack, critical damage. And you can roll, like, the roll you get, the first number you get will be the low end. So let's say you get attack 5. You get attack up 5%. That's actually not a keeper, even if you want attack up, because attack up 5% maxes at attack up 15%. You're looking for attack up 7%, because when you level it, it will turn into attack up 20%, which is better than 15 or 10. So you need to roll the stat you want with the correct lower number. Now, let me say something about this before I go on. Let me say something. Back in the day, when these first came out, you would roll all day and not get the stat you wanted with the correct starting number, you would just spend 50 rolls. It depended on your roll rank, how many rolls you got. I don't know if it's still that way or not. I've never had to like go to max anymore, but you would roll all day and you would never get something you wanted. Or if you did get something you wanted, it would only be like the mid number. And so you don't want to level that. So you'd re-roll it. They patched this recently, and now you almost consistently get the highest number. Like, you get it at such a higher clip now that it's so much easier than it used to be. Veteran players, if you're a veteran player and you have a lot of Trust Stone shards, you can make, anytime you roll one that has a stat that you might want someday, just save it. Just save that thing, sit on it. Either move it to a green or something and just have it be sitting there on that green, or just sit on that pink and forge yourself another pink. I know on my main account, that's what I do. If I forge a Trust Stone on my main account and it has like magic up 7% on it, I'm like, yo, hey, I will eventually use that magic 7. I'm just going to sit on this thing, or I'm going to move it to a Trust Stone I have to like hold something. But on that account, I don't hurt for hammers. Right? On your new account, you're going to hurt for hammers. That's why you really, on these new accounts, want to build those green and blue sets first, because they'll give you those passives, like those set bonuses. And then as you work on your Trust Stones, as you build up hammers, start building your pinks, and maybe just build pinks based on rolling the correct passive, the correct additional ability that you want. And then later roll another pink and then transfer it to the stone you're already using. Is that making sense? I hope it is. Like, you can see how sometimes this system can be a little bit hard to understand. Now, let me go back to this screen real quick and tell you the passives that I like to roll for. Now, for the offensive side, every unit on my main account, every single one that I play, is wearing a Trust Master that has either attack or magic on it. If they're an attack scaling item, I make sure they have attack Trust Stone. If they're a magic scaling item, I make sure they have the magic scaling. I'm talking about this. I guarantee they have that. My second favorite, besides attack and magic, are critical rate 10, critical damage 10. Those are the most generically useful thing in the game. Is it a mage? Hey, they crit more, they crit harder. Is it a physical unit? They crit more, they crit harder. Anytime I roll critical damage 4 or critical hit rate 4, those, like, again, I say 4 because that's the highest low number, I save it. I would never, ever, 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 ever re-roll critical damage 4 or critical hit rate 4, because I will have a place for that at some point. Now, other ones that I like the penetrations, defense pin, spirit pins on here as well. I like the elemental attack up, as long as it's the element that I need. I will use elemental attack up all the time. Accuracy is just fine, but remember, if you have like accuracy 10 on a Trust Stone, but you're using a piece of gear like an Alexandrite ring or something that has a passive accuracy on it, the highest passive is the one it will keep. Most gear that has accuracy passives are going to be higher than 10. So I actually don't use accuracy Trust Stone passives ever. Mages can really like activation time down. I mean, really, none of them are bad as long as your unit is going to take advantage of it. You got healing power on there. There's a lot of really, really good ones on the offensive side. Now, my thoughts on the defensive side have actually changed quite a bit. I actually think almost all of the defensive side ones are usable. Almost all of them, except for maybe like attack debuff resistance or agility debuff resist. These debuff resists, I'm not a big fan of those because I just don't feel like I'm getting debuffed that much. But status effect resist, you get 25%. If you roll like Berserk 8, that maxes out at 25% Berserk resist. That is very useful, even in PvP. The amount of times I've lost PvP because Halloween Lucia has walked up to my team and confused like my two main carries, and then they're just hitting their own team or running around doing nothing. It's devastating. So having some confuse resist on my gear is really, really nice. Charm, any kind of like resist that I get a max roll on, I'll probably keep that. I also do like elemental resist a whole lot. Like, for example, on my account right now, my new player account, I plan on building teams that will be good at fighting dark. So a little dark resist, that goes a long way. Keep in mind, if you have something like the light bangle from Tower, there's more dark resist on that than there is on this passive, and they don't stack. So you'll get the dark resist from that, from like the piece of gear that you're wearing, not from your Trust Stone. So do worry about overlapping things. But barely any gear in the game that's good has like, disable resist. So get yourself, 25 disable resist. Doom, I mean, I'd skip on Doom, but you can see how like these could be really good, right? HP, this is the one I have on all of them. HP 10. So you roll HP 4 and it maxes at 10. I go for this on every single trust stone that I have. Again, my in-game trust stone sets. I make sure every one of my units has 10% more HP from this. And since I'm usually running the HP passive set, that's another 10% HP. So we're looking at a 20% HP buff right there. Very, very good. Luck also good all the time. It's good all the time. If I ever roll luck 4, I keep it. I will eventually put that on a piece of gear. Other than that, yeah, I mean, TP I don't really love, and then there you go. So that's it. Those are the ones that I like. Now, all of this is based on the pinks. You will never get numbers this high on anything less than pink. That's why I suggest keeping the pink ones. There's one more thing I do want to talk about before I end this video. So I'm going to keep, let me go to the one I'm going to keep for my Stearns piece of gear, the slash attack up. I'm going to enhance the ability first. I'm going to level the slash attack up. You saw earlier, I turned some, earlier, I don't remember if I recorded it or not, I turned some stones or some shards into sand. So I'm going to click this button down here, trust stones, turn it into shine sand. Now you can see there's shine sand in here. I have some rainbow from like one of the event shops, gold, silver, bronze, whatever. Just click, watch this. See, I have slash attack 4 up here. Just click max. And it'll level it all the way up. It'll level it all the way up. It's a beautiful thing. Boom, done. And now I have slash attack 10. You used to have to build green and blue trust stones, click ability enhance, and then go through and click 100 times on the screen to click different trust stones. It was such a pain. Okay, now let's level the stats on this thing a little bit too. Notice that this trust stone itself is level 1 out of 20. I'm going to click enhance. I'm going to take this slider all the way to max, level 20. And again, it uses a lot of this adamantite. This adamantite drops in trust stone rooms, guys. If you're farming trust stones regularly, you're just going to have enough of this. It's not a problem. So I'm going to use the adamantite. I'm going to click enhance, and it's going to level all of these stats on the stone. So now I'm level 20, and these stats went up. Okay, I have 23 attack, 3 crit, 23 magic, 14 dex. You can do this thing called temper right here that will reset these. It will just give you a different value for each one. Now, I am on a T type trust stone. I'm going to go back to WoTV Calc right here and show you something. Let's scroll back up to the top. I want to give you a good point of reference. So here's the top of the materia page on WoTV Calc. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to go to main stats, and then I am looking at, substats. I'm going to go to substats. And then what I'm looking for here is T. This is A. I'm not building an A stone. I'm building a T stone. A T UR, which is pink stone. The UR stones, I could get up to 35 attack and 10 crit rate on this thing. I don't care about magic at all. This is for a physical damage unit. Dex is, I don't really care about that either. So I'm looking for an attack near 35 and a crit rate near 10. What did I get on this thing? Well, I got attack 23 and crit 3. That's not good. I'm going to click temper with Gil. What I get this time? Crit 10 and attack 22. Ooh, that crit 10 is really tempting to keep. In fact, I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep it. 22 attack is a little low. I could keep re-rolling this to go for 10 crit and like 30 attack or something, but for now, I'm just going to chill on 10 crit. Also, this is a YouTube video. I don't want to make you watch that 100 times, but you see how that works. You can, for 100,000 gil, you can re-roll these numbers into better ones, and your piece of gear just gets all of this. So let me show you the final thing here. I'm going to go to my Stearns piece of gear. I went to the wrong thing again. We're going to go to equipment. We're going to go to trust, and I'm going to go to incarnation here. I currently have this attack set on it. Look at the stats for this thing right now, right? It's got like 11 attack. You see what the stats are. And you see what the additional abilities are. Nothing, garbage. I'm going to come in here now. I'm going to set my pink set on here. This one has 23 attack, 20 magic, 8 accuracy. That's really nice. Boom. I'm going to throw this on there. Okay. I'm going to throw this pink right here on there. This one that I've leveled, slash attack up 10. That's the one I just had. Okay. And then I've got this G1 already made. Let's throw it on there with my critical hit rate up, defense piercing rate up. And now, boom. This piece of gear, I still get that max HP all elemental attack resist up from this left side, but I now get agility up 3, evasion up 5, plus note there's 3 agility right here because every one of these stones had 1 agility on it. Like, look, I'll even show you that again right here. 1 agility. I got 1 agility from that stone. All of these stats right here that are not in the additional ability box just are added to the stats over here. This gear now has 411 HP, 80 attack, 66 magic, 3 agility, 2 evade, 8 accuracy, 20 crit. That's 20 crit. That's a lot of crit on a piece of armor that's my Trust Master. So you can see the power. This way is a massive way of powering up your gear. And I'm still running the like newbie defense set. All these defensive stats would go up by a lot if I put those on there. Now, as far as like the attack up and stuff like that, you'll see it in this additional abilities. Attack up 20%, reaction block rate 20, slash attack up 10, critical hit rate up 10, defense piercing up 10. Those are all added to the additional ability set over here. And this piece of gear just got even better. And my stern is now 6 agility faster, or whoever I have wearing this piece of armor. Okay, I know that was a lot. This is like a 25-minute video. If you have any questions, I will try to like monitor the comments section here a little bit more. You're better off joining my Discord to ask questions. People are always in there helping other people. Since I've started making these new player guides, there has been an influx of new players into my Discord. Guys, come in there and hang out. It is a great place to get questions answered. War of Visions is a phenomenal game. The money side of the game is going through a weird transition right now, but the game's more fun to play than it ever has been. And I know there's a lot going on with new systems and stuff. That's why I'm doing this new player set of videos. I really hope these have been helpful, especially this Trust Stone one. This is one of the most complex systems in the game, is Trust Stones. But when done right, and when you get these banger Trust Stones, like these pink ones I built over here, your gear becomes the best gear in the game. It's the way to get the best gear in the game. Trust Stone it out with good Trust Stones. All right. Thank y'all for watching. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.